going to immediately drink haste. First thing you should do when the game is memeing you like this is drink haste. I don't really know what that means, HOWz temp, but maybe. Okay, I would like to fly so we can swing from this position and not take have a chance to miss. There's nothing that can airstrike me here, so I won't be taking more damage. I would really like to, if possible, I'd like to kill this Juggernaut. Let's mirror him. Very good mirror target. Let's acid him. It's just the combination of Flay and Juggernaut is fairly terrifying. There we go. Okay, now we are going to focus on taking down that damn flayed ghost. He's in a position where he's not going to be able to flay me too much because he can only see me some of the time depending on what tile he's in. And every time he shows his ugly head, we are going to blast. Yeah, that's right. HOWz temp, that, I guess that sounds somewhat accurate, yeah. Depending on exactly. Well, I know that these people try to get basically every space where I exist on the internet, they try to get me silenced. Send in reports to the powers that be. Because they just cannot fucking leave well enough alone. And any criticism of them is not meant with, gee, maybe I should take this criticism and internalize it and maybe see if I should improve, but instead is met with, gee, maybe I should fucking silence this person because they had the audacity to criticize me. I'm the king. It's very frustrating. If you guys ever wonder why this why this stuff seems so personal to me, that would be one of the reasons. It's not like I care about politics simply for the sake of caring about politics. It's because I have a vested interest in not being silenced by thin-skinned assholes who feel like being abusive. I don't know. I think that if you were to use that as a pejorative, you would probably face some kind of penalty. But I mean, the thing about Twitch bans, and Twitter bans, and Facebook bans, and bans anywhere run by lefties is that it's less about the terms of service as written, because the thing is, the shit that offends people is ever shifting and ever expanding. The definition of hate speech, for example, is ever expanding. The definition of even something that should be cut and dry, like glorification of violence or whatever, the definition of that is always expanding. They will always be able to find an excuse to shit-can your account. And what it often boils down to is not what they're saying it is, and more to the fact that someone with pink hair saw what you wrote and it gave them a bad feeling and they had access to the ban button. It really is that simple. Hey, it's Jory. Let's try not to get one-shotted by Crystal Spear, yeah? Do we have silence? We do not have silence. We do have Holy Word. I think I'm going to blow... no, we won't blow Holy Word this early. Now we will. He busted out the old Crystal Spear. Now he will act less due to being Holy Worded. There we go. GG, vampire douchebag. But anyway, once you realize that you can essentially be banned for anything or nothing, you know, because that's what it comes down to, is they've either correctly or incorrectly identified you as their enemy politically, They have the power to make your life more difficult, and so they flex that power because there's no real consequences when Twitch bans somebody unfairly. They can just shit-can somebody like Dr. Disrespect and give like no explanation whatsoever for why the ban happened. They don't face a boycott. They don't face really any kind of backlash because all of the, sort of brain-dead lefties who see that just kind of chortle and say, well, he probably had it coming because he's insufficiently leftist. And so if you have a system where there is no backlash like that, no boycott, no mass movement to other services, of course they're going to keep doing it. They're going to keep doing it until there is that kind of backlash. They're going to keep behaving badly because there's no reason for them not to, really, and it's what they want to do, because they're shitty people. They're shitty people with an agenda, and a very, a sense of ethics that just doesn't apply to people who disagree with them. Their idea of morality or ethics is, as best as I can tell, it is if you disagree with me, no holds barred. As best as I can tell, that is how these people operate. Why did he get banned? Nobody knows. That's certainly not common knowledge. Hey Strider, what's up, buddy? Welcome back to the politics stream. Hey, we got Axis 27. There's some DCSS talk for you. I mean, part of the problem, Strider, is that I've been talking about internet censorship for years and how bad it is and how bad it's going to get. And over the last couple of days, we've seen the leader of the free world get censored by Twitter, and we've seen tens of thousands of accounts, if not hundreds of thousands of accounts, get banned off various platforms for having right-wing opinions. So if we keep coming back to this topic, perhaps it's just because it's topical and it's hard to get away from, Here you go. We miscast. Hey, that's one way to not need our poise. Just turn it into fire. I mean, look, I'm not going to be able to hide the fact that I have ideas somewhere to the right of Karl Marx, and I'm just not going to pretend, for the sake of anybody. So, I mean, it will drag on sometimes, I guess, but better that than to try to wear a mask, Look at this beautiful Caustic Shrek pack. Maybe we go down a different staircase. Condenser vein. Yes, somewhere to the right of Karl Marx means that you are far right and authoritarian. I mean, you're like joking, but this is really how these people operate, dude. I mean, I'm going to say something. I'm going to say this unironically. The thing is that you could take a website, and here's the website, all right? Here's the website idea. All it is some kind of social media that allows free speech. And by free speech, what I mean is free speech as enforced by the U.S., enforced and defined as the U.S. Constitution. If you did that, and this has been proven time and time again, but if you did this, it would be called violent. It would be called endorsing violence. It would be called glorifying violence. It would be called fascist. It would be called far right. And it's both. It's like a darkly comedic thing to me, because once upon a time, when I was a younger man, the lefties were known as liberals, and they championed things like free speech as defined by the U.S. Constitution, as defined and enforced by the Supreme Court, which says things like there's no exception for hate speech, and if it's considered illegal, then it has to be like a credible and direct threat. You would be surprised the kind of things that you can get away with legally, that you're allowed to say and not go to jail. But as I said, the definition of everything has been expanded so that these people can censor more people. So I'm telling you that if you had a site like that, it would immediately be called fascist, it would immediately be called evil, it would immediately be called violent. Every single one of their pieces of infrastructure, from hosting to their domain name registrar, to their anti-DDoS protection like Cloudflare, every single one would be inundated by whiny douchebags complaining and saying, wow, these guys are fascists because they believe in free speech. Why don't you stop carrying them? And if you don't, we're going to blow your name up on Twitter in a hashtag and try to ruin your business. That is how these fucking people operate. And if you don't realize that this is a huge fucking problem, your eyes are not open. Payment infrastructure, sure, that's a big one. That's a big one. That's financial deplatforming. I talk about that all the time because of Bitcoin. The thing is that if most of the people championing Trump being banned are the if Hillary was voted in, I would be eating brunch. I mean, I don't care who they are. They're assholes, man. This ring sucks. It has MR-. But the problem is that those are the people with the power. I mean, it would be so nice if we could just ignore people like that. Lefties, including you, don't like the power that social media has. Well, maybe you're like an old school lefty. Maybe you're the people I was talking about from the 90s that identified as liberals and had some level of consistency about believing in things like freedom of speech. And I respect that very much, and, you know, I treasure you people. But the thing is, you need to understand that the DNC does not represent your interests anymore. Your average leftist on the internet does not represent your interests. You guys are the minority. And I promise you, you will get called a fascist, I bet, by some of these people if they find out that you actually believe in freedom of speech, assuming you're consistent with it. Well, so, like, some lefties are still anti-corporation, and good on them. Pretty much every corporation is pure evil. But I don't see them as the majority anymore when it comes to the modern left. Most actual lefties are the minority you speak of, though. Well, now I'm confused. Which ones are we talking about? Identity politics is such a big thing these days. Can't avoid it. You can't avoid it. I mean, and herein we reach a topic where I can't really speak with total candor because I'd probably be violating Twitch terms of service, but I don't know. It's I personally think that you cannot get away from identity politics in Western civilization. It's here to stay. Well, anybody who's accepting money, you got to be very careful of knowing where that money's going. Oh my god, I just sat there for like 6 turns, and I was waiting for this guy to walk up to me, and he just kept bolt-of-icing me. I just wanted to carry him upstairs, and the RNG was like, nah, I just think I'm going to frostbolt 30 times. That would be scary if I didn't have so much, if I didn't have RC+. Gab takes crypto. I think. They have to. They take money orders, they take crypto, they take checks. Piss, I just messed up badly. Let's blink. They can't accept, they've been added to the match list or whatever it's called, so they can't accept credit cards ever again. Because the, you know, all of the financial system has been basically co-opted by people with a political agenda. This should scare the shit out of you, dude. Like, these people have more power than governments, and this is the proof in the pudding, isn't it? The fact that, you know, you've got a business that actually goes, it actually restricts things more than the First Amendment. Gab is just like a Twitter clone. It purports to be free speech, but it actually technically isn't. There are things on there that you can't put up that would otherwise be legal to say. But it's just not good enough. It's not good enough for these censors, you know? There's really... I mean, what you need to have to get away from these people and to get out from under their thumb is a set of technological solutions that make you extremely robust and incapable of being censored. And until you have that, they're just going to keep abusing... Oh, hey, sweet. Negative energy. This is going to be perfect for killing the caustic shrikes. Yep, Dick Masterson is on that same list where you can never accept credit cards again. I'm not even sure if he can hold a credit card, honestly. He's considered too high risk, and high risk is defined as has the wrong politics. Yeah, I believe Parler did that. Parler probably deleted racist content, if I had to guess. I can't say that for sure, but they were more milquetoast conservative types than free speech activists like Gab purports to be. Gab does not delete racist content, which you may find odious, and you know, that's the thing about free speech, though, is like if odious speech is not protected, then you start drawing these arbitrary lines of who gets to talk about what, you know? People make fun of the whole slippery slope thing, but look where we're at. You know, we're at a moment in history where the President of the United States is being silenced by a corporation, you know? There should be a line drawn. Yeah, there is a line drawn by the U.S. Constitution. You can't make a credible threat against people. You cannot directly incite people to commit violent acts. There's your line, dude. Otherwise, it's just words. You know, the correct answer to odious speech is more speech. You know, if someone is saying some shit that you find to be completely reprehensible, I'm sure that you could find a way to counter those ideas with your words without having to metaphorically hold a gun to that person's head, because that's basically what these businesses are doing. They're using force to silence people with ideas they don't like. And this isn't even, I'm not even making any kind of comment as to whether those ideas are good, bad, or the other. I just don't like censorship. I don't think they'll toss out the Constitution. I think that they will simply continue to do what they've been doing for generations, which is slowly gutting it. Freedom of association is part of the First Amendment, but we don't really have that anymore, among other things. I mean, you can essentially toss out the First Amendment entirely if you use the whole, oh, they're a private corporation loophole combined with oligopoly to make companies more powerful than governments. No. The thing is, you don't need 2/3 of the state. You just need to kind of conveniently stop enforcing parts of the Constitution. You know, habeas corpus is basically dead and has been since I think the Bush years, or at least it's been gutted compared to the rights we used to have with regards to that. Oh, I see. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, though, is these people are far more sneaky than that. They're not gonna, oh, we need a constitutional, you know, change to the Constitution. They don't need to do that anymore, dude. They can just sort of use government, you know, judicial activism to reinterpret certain things, you know? There are states in America right now with horribly unconstitutional laws with regards to, for example, firearms. It's not constitutional that California forces you to have these little cuck magazines. If you want to have a rifle, you're allowed to have, what, like 10 rounds? It's ridiculous. These, as far as I know, these magazines didn't even exist until those bullshit laws came into place. However, as best as I can tell, the Supreme Court has simply either refused to hear any case from New York or California about how these laws are unconstitutional, or, you know, oh, hey, here's the moment. Here's the ignite poison. Or the cases have been purposefully settled or dropped or whatever by the state before the Supreme Court could hear them. So you've got laws in place that are actively unconstitutional, but due to cute little legal tricks, have not actually been examined and probably never will be, so they can enforce horse shit. Right, yeah, and in New York City they tried to enforce various lockdown things that were ruled unconstitutional. And then Cuomo tried to say, oh, well, that thing is... he tried to do another little legal trick there, basically, where he was like, well, this doesn't matter because those restrictions ended anyway. Well, yeah, like you weren't going to try to do it again. You know, do it again and see what the Supreme Court has to say about that. You know, I don't know, it's wild. I did not need to clear Zot 1. It's the optimal thing to do, but I just kind of did this on autopilot. Let's go down. Let's magic map. I'm going to save some time and get our win here. Then again, without our pores, maybe I should just clear. Be super safe. But man, we have so much digging. This is pure luxury, man. I can't believe we have so much digging. 47 charges. Right, they're talking about packing the court, and it's insane to me that Biden is gonna potentially have that power, because the thing is that he refused to answer questions about it. How the fuck can you elect a president where you ask him if he's going to, you know, pack the court, and the answer is literally, I don't want to answer that question because you'll run a story about it. That's almost verbatim what he said. That's crazy to me that you can just let somebody off the hook like that and elect them anyway. No, he didn't promise he wouldn't pack the court, did he? That's news to me if that's the case. Last time I heard during the campaign, it was, no, I don't want to answer that question. So I'm just not gonna. And of course the media loves Biden and despises Trump, so he gets a pass for something like that. But to me, that's just like, just nuts, you know? You're talking about an institution that is at the heart of the American system of government, and to basically just flipping the table and saying, well, it works like this now. I watched those debates. I don't remember him committing to anything in the debates, but I'd be happy to be. I'd be happy to be wrong there. I don't know. There were two huge things that people should have been terrified of Biden about. Holy shit! Speaking of being terrified, I do not want to get triple LCS'd. And one of those is a national lockdown, which I personally believe will just annihilate our economy if it becomes a reality. And the other is the packing of the courts. Oh yeah, they would never let Trump get away with that. That would have become like a 24 hours news thing. You know, could you imagine if, like, in the beginning of his term in 2016, he had said something like, "Man, I'm thinking about packing the courts," you know? Or if for some reason that rumor was going around and he refused to answer questions about it. Could you imagine the sheer amount of just like unstoppable butthurt you would have heard about it? And rightly so, for the record. I don't believe packing the court is acceptable. Jesus Christ. I don't think they understand exactly how bad a national lockdown would be right now. As though the middle class wasn't suffering enough. It's like these people think that goods and services just sort of grow on trees. And that you can have a functioning country without them. But at the same time, I think that's kind of the point almost, is to, hey, let's condenser vein. This looks ugly. Cool, we got a really good set of clouds. I think these people actually want a world where mom and pop shops are gone and you have to get all of your goods and services from Amazon or whatever. I mean, if you want to hear my true feelings on the matter, is I think it's on purpose. I think the whole goal is to create a world where huge corporations run everything, and then you can be unpersoned for having the wrong political beliefs, because it's okay because a company's doing it. Oh, you're a Republican, or you're too far, you have ideas too far to the right? All right, well, you can't shop at Amazon anymore. Oh, you can't have a credit card, you can't have a bank account. And if that sounds wild and crazy to you, let me drop this on you. Citibank is actually kicking people, ending their account services to people who voted a certain way in Congress a couple weeks ago, or about a week ago. So it's already happening to lawmakers. You think it's not going to happen to the little guy? Oh, I'm sorry. You said online that you didn't like the Democratic Party, and you think that it seems that you are a free speech enthusiast. I'm afraid we're going to have to cancel your bank account. Sorry, this goes against our company policy and our community standards. It's always this like weird Orwellian bullshit, like, here's our trust and safety team. This doesn't sound terrifying and jackbooted at all. I'm not going to do this stupid little vault. What am I, out of my mind? There's nothing in here I care about. However, I could see what's in there with the power of scrying. Looks like an orb of fire. Yeah, there's straight up nothing in here that I want. Let's just go down. Hope you guys are enjoying my 30-hour long rant about politics. It never ends! This is my version of Mr. Bones' Wild Ride. and you're stuck on it. You may want to get off Mr. Bones' Wild Ride, but I'm afraid that the ride never ends. It's a spicy entrance to Zot 5. Oh hey Quad 9s, let me just repeat everything I said over the last hour or so. Quad 9s is like that, Quad 9s is the one, what do you call it, Elder Scrolls dwarf survivor. He comes back after his trip to the plains to pick up a sandwich, and he's like, bro, what happened here? Oh my god. Is it safe to come back? Yeah, I'm running out of steam here. We're about to finish up. We just got a +9 broadaxe of freezing. Finally, at the last gasp, we get our full broadaxe. This is a safe space. Yes. Oh, we're double trapped. Oh no, we're double trapped, and there's dispersal traps too. Oh no, I'm netted. Okay, this is already looking like shit, so let's drink a haste. Let's drink a might. I don't know what else is gonna come. It's probably resources I didn't need to use, but that's fine. Let's finish out the rest of this floor. You know, I have a friend. You might call him my best friend. And I think he needs to come take a walk with me. Now, unfortunately, my best friend might be a little bit distracted by the fact that I didn't clear the rest of Zot. So this may be an incredible waste of my time if I don't do that. However, because the lungs are double trapped, I would be silly if I didn't abuse this trick, which out of sheer laziness they have not bothered to fix, even though I'm sure that they would like to. What the hell am I doing? Where's the downstairs? It's all the way over there, okay. Well, if you're allowed to do it, you know. Actually, I think we have to do a full clear of the floor, unfortunately, of the other floors. Otherwise, he's just going to stand around summoning shit. Oh no! Oh no! No, 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 no! Oh, Jesus, Oh my god, how horrifying. We're gonna pretend that didn't happen. Perhaps I'm playing a little bit too quick. The game decided to spawn 2 cursed HOWz on this floor. Not 1, but 2. It happens. Usually not on Zot 5, but you can get all kinds of stuff. You can get all kinds of stuff on Zot 1 through 4. Even orbs of fire. There was a time when Zot never stopped spawning enemies, and you could just like wander around here, gathering experience forever, and it was probably the best place to do so. but they took that out of the game. Well, there is a reward for doing this. Boots. +0. Meh. Although we could use the Convoker to pull dudes out of here. Oh, I hated backspawning. This is stupid. That was one of the few major changes they've made to this game that I very much applaud. Taking out backspawning. Of course, now simpletons try to make the argument that that makes my streak less valid because there's no backspawns. A lot of people forget that they increase the number of spawns per floor in order to make up for that change. Okay, it's time to teleport. It might take a moment, though. Let's, condenser vein. God, I hope not rogue shenanigans, but it does seem like something they would do, doesn't it? Okay. This Quicksilver Dragon could blast through this Quicksilver Dragon, maybe. Maybe not. I'm not sure. I don't think he will, but I'm going to Tremor Stones anyway because it should kill both of them due to the fact that their AC was reduced. What's up, Mr. Moth of Wrath? Oh God. Okay, well, I guess I will Phantom Mirror the Berserked Golden Dragon. Based. Turns out having a friendly Berserked Golden Dragon is pretty good. But yeah, the fact that I can just sort of tab Golden Dragons that are Berserked, it's not bad. Okay, this is the final floor I'll have to clear before I can do my Convoker trick. Looks like an easy one. The layout looks very simple to just tab through. How do I have WebTiles so responsive? Well, first of all, you may have more lag than me. Don't you play on like Wi-Fi at a library or some shit? Secondly, there are some RC things that you can do to turn off certain animations, which may be slowing you down. Feel free to hit me up on Discord and I can send you those, or you could just look at my RC file. That's for 0.23, but I'm sure that it's probably in there. Just Control-F animation, or whatever, or just anim, A-N-I-M, and you may see what I'm talking about. Like, the game will slow down like a madman if you try to tab into something that's throwing shit at you unless you turn off certain animations. Cool. Also, there's like a literal delay where it forces your guy to walk around slowly, like in the downloaded version. You may accidentally have that thing set up. Yeah, rogue shenanigans. When I say that the DCSS developers are incompetent, that is pretty much exactly the kind of thing that I'm complaining about, because yeah, I'm right there with you. It's crazy. It's crazy that to get that Zot timer, I have to. I have to. It's not there by default. I actually have to manually set that up so that'll show up. It's outrageous. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's this vault, and it summoned things. I like the fact that this orb of fire is mited. No, the game kills you if you are in it for too long. Every single floor has a separate Zot timer, every single branch, rather. You get 6,000 per floor, basically. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure that you're a new player who doesn't know that that thing exists. Very much might be like, wow, maybe I should just stand around for a while. So yeah, the Convoker is summoning things out of that little vault that I didn't clear. Which I don't want him to do, but it's whatever. We have to be careful not to swing on the Convoker. We don't want to kill him, he's our best friend. What kind of Lich are you? I sure hope you aren't the LCS Lich. What the fuck just happened? Oh, he's touching me. Gross. Okay. God damn it. Okay, we're gonna read Fear. He's gonna run away, hopefully. Are you winning, son? Yeah, I'm doing the Convoker trick, and it's proving to be mildly annoying. What? Oh, I got shifted. I would call it a huge buff, sure. Trolls have no downside now. Ghouls simply don't rot, and instead, because there's no food, they just kind of heal when they kill things. It's all pretty goofy, I must admit. He blinked me, that's okay. Let's go up, let's rest, let's go down. It's a huge buff to Gozag. Well, no, I mean, yes, but they nerfed Gozag in a way that is far more meaningful, which is that you no longer get a free potion petition. So Gozag, while I still think he's incredibly powerful and probably the most powerful god in the game in a lot of cases, he is now no longer able to help you at the very beginning of the game, which was one of the best things about him. Ironically, they also did the same thing to Nemelex, which made no sense to me because Nemelex was never really broken, you know? Well, they nerfed him, and then they nerfed him again, and then they nerfed him like 6 more times for good measure. And they also sort of, in the interest of something ostensibly good, which is inventory management, they kind of created a very weird system. Oh yeah, Gozag is the best god in the game. There's no question about it in my mind. Even so, I'm just saying it's kind of sad to me. I agree with that nerf, by the way. It probably makes Gozag too strong. Although personally, I think that it might be cool if every single god gave you some kind of benefit right off the bat. But I think it was totally fine that Nemelex gave you a benefit right off the bat. The deck. No nerfs to Che. Gozag shouldn't be giving free samples, yeah. Perhaps not. I don't really need to be wasting charges of things, do I? I wish I had a weapon that wasn't an axe. It's the one time I don't want to do AoE damage. They decided Picellus was too fun. Actually, he was just a weird god because you ended up with like 1,000,000 magic potions in your inventory, and it was just awkward. No, there was no Picellus in a standard release. How are you guys liking the Convoker play? Hey, we have paralysis. Why am I not just using that to fix my issues here? It's old hat here, true. It's not a cool trick anymore because I've used it so many times. The spiciest of meme tech. Sometimes you have to wait a while for him to do his thing. Surely we haven't, oh wait, there we go. Okay, we're gonna paralyze, base, move like this and take care of all this stuff. It's still pretty spicy meme tech, though. I love the fact that it's still in the game. And it's still the optimal thing to do. Although in theory it could summon like a pie, clown pie on you, and a lich at the same time. Catoblepa strat, oh man. That would be kind of cool. Okay, let's drink Might so we can kill these two things safely. I wasted a lot of turns paralyzing. I probably should have just fought these things. Oh no! Oh no! We have teleportitis. Oh no no no! Oh no no no! Oh no no! Oh no no! Oh no no! I had to drink all of my potions of mutation to get that out. Woodrow likes the stream. That's cool. Welcome to the stream, Woodrow. I guess I'm glad that my very last potion of mutation fixed that horrible problem, but we could come right back into Hell World if we run into the wrong orb of fire here. Okay, let's try to paralyze. Okay, we'll go up. It's literally just a name change. Nothing changed about it other than the name. So it's super obnoxious. All that it really does is force me to type this instead of MR+. So yeah, useless change is the correct way to describe it. Okay, we'll keep summoning these gentlemen. Looks like he's running out of steam, or rather running out of things to summon. If we just get this sad batch of enemies. Or maybe he just rolled poorly. Okay, that's a clown. That's a clown with an orb of fire. Well, yeah, it's just confusing for no reason. It's very goofy. Hey, look what I can do. They removed the orb effect, basically. Or they made it not affect blink scrolls, so I can just control blink away. Totally balanced. Alright. Although there are some people who think that's a good change, and some of them are very intelligent, like Doesn't He thinks that that's a good change. Personally, I kind of like the challenge of not being able to control blink. Yeah, Senshi, I'll take requests. I can't promise that I'll honor them because this is for the world record streak, but yeah, I could. I'll certainly consider. What? Oh, he turned the T-Mons into an ice fiend. I guess I'm glad I dodged that, but let's condenser vein so Mr. Clown can stop shitting about up there. High elf. Yes, something that definitely exists in 0.26. We went ahead and killed our best friend, the Convoker, because we've already cleared out most of the floor with his shenanigans. You want me to play an Octopode? I'd have to play an Artificer or something to make it totally safe. We could do that, though. I'm not sure if I have a Artificer Octopode in this streak or not. Doesn't look like it. Probably the only safe Octopodes that exist are Octopode Berserker and Octopode Artificer. They talked about nerfing Artificer, but they didn't really do that. They nerfed it a little bit by changing the short sword to a club, which is just like a kind of a middle finger, but not too bad. I don't think they took away any of the wands, which is what I was afraid of. Well, safe in quotes would be the right way to put it. The problem with Octopode Berserker is, like, it's a Berserker, so it's not exactly going to die. But you don't have GDR for the entire game, so as a result, and you're stuck with Trog because abandoning him is basically never safe. So as a result, you're going to have, like, the least fun game you've ever had. I think I have an Octopode Berserker on on my YouTube channel. Probably should get this guy away from the Zot traps, but it's okay. Does silence help? All it does is stop him from blinking. I'm just going to use the Phyllofloods to kill him. Yeah. Rather than for the silence effect. It's exactly like Phoebe. Although I would argue that it's worse than Phoebe, because due to the extra lives mechanic, Phoebe can eventually switch off that species, or switch off that god. I'm going to drink another one of my billion might potions. How's the new race? Paleontongas? They're okay. Check it out. I'm going to fog. It didn't quite work. I was hoping to not be able to see that Zot trap, but he didn't step into it, so it's okay. I just don't trust these assholes not to walk directly into the Zot trap and ruin my day. Yeah, Paleontonga, the fact that it replaced Centaur is dumb. The racial ability of the Paleontonga that is the active ability to sort of blink up to an enemy and attack automatically, which is really decent. I thought it was terrible when I first heard about it because it was described to me as a roll like the boulder beetle, so I assumed it made you lose control of your character, but it turns out it's basically just like a pounce attack, which they didn't even bother to really theme that very well, I guess. Yeah, you have to play a deep elf now if you want to use bows. Have fun. I got silenced for a second here, which would be, it would be bad if I ended up getting minus potions on top of that, but it's not going to last very long. We're okay. Plus the clown's by himself. I would have canceled that off immediately if there was anything dangerous around other than the clown. Don't play a deep elf archer. They increase the aptitude for bows, I think, on deep elf, but it's like they traded something fun for something real shitty. Oh boy, you block the clown pie. Based. Good time for a condenser vein. Hey guys. Ignite poison. There you go. I want to kill this thing as fast as possible, so we're going to Ice Blast to make sure it gets hit. Clowns are terrible. Hey, have any of you guys, this is totally off topic, but have any of you guys seen the new expansion or whatever to Stardew Valley yet? Because I'm trying to decide if it's worth streaming a playthrough of that or not. I heard that they added more content after they added the multiplayer stuff to it, so I'm just curious, like, is there a lot? Is there a little? It's pretty fun. Can I grow super potatoes? Probably worth doing anyways if you haven't. I've played through Stardew Valley, but not since they started adding multiplayer stuff. I played a little bit of the multiplayer actually with my fiance, and that didn't go well. Monster Train DLC, yes, I heard about that, and I don't know if they're going to charge for it, but I've heard great things about the Monster Train expansion. I'm very excited about that. Yeah, Chucklefish. And yes, I remember Starbound. I bought it when it was basically vaporware, and I was very disappointed. Yeah, that's kind of what I was asking VO280, because all I heard was that there was new stuff. Hopefully there's more stuff like that. What's that one event they added? I thought it was really cool. The one with the boats and stuff, the boat festival or whatever. That one was cool. I'm hoping it's more stuff like that. Well, I mean, I don't blame them really. Game development is hard. For vaporware or whatever, Starbound was at least, it was a game. It failed on almost all of its premises, but it was, they built something, it's playable. Didn't really trust Stardew Valley when it was announced. Well, they definitely followed through. All right, we're We're going to read teleportation. Would you guys say that Stardew Valley is the best farming game that was ever made, or do you think that still goes to one of the Harvest Moons? Because I personally think Stardew Valley is probably the best one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we wait 7 turns after reading Telly. We pick up the orb. I haven't played Rune Factory. We get a terrible Telly. Let's read Telly again, and then walk to this Telly trap. We ended up in a Telly I don't want, so we're going to keep walking. Use this. We ended up in a good place. It actually triggered both Tellys at the same time, I think. So yeah, there's no Telly effect anymore up here. Okay, but does Rune Factory have best girl in it? And by that I mean, do you get to, oh, it does? Okay, good. I don't want to date a dragon. What are you talking about? Who's the best girl? In Stardew Valley? Oh man, what a choice. Depends. Just like so many things in life, it depends on what you're looking for in a woman. Clearly the most attractive is the blonde girl. I can't remember their names, to be honest with you. Yeah, no, Abigail is absolutely worst girl in Stardew Valley. Please leave my stream right now if Abigail is your top choice. Yeah, Haley, yeah. I don't know, I think I'd probably have to go with, I don't know, Leah's pretty based. She lives out in the woods. Hey, there you go, Rogue Shenanigans. Hive mind. Where's my staircase? Where do I want to go? Oh, I see Turbo Stoat. What am I doing? Why am I subjecting myself to all this? We're gonna fog. Oh, that was dumb. I should have blinked first before fogging. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm playing this orb run like a person who's not good at this game. Can Phyllofloods even shove things anymore? Is that even a thing that's possible? Penny's pretty cute, yeah. He says about pixels. What am I doing? It's like I completely forgot that Invis makes these guys worthless. Yeah, they don't torment you if you're invisible. Hey guys, I'm good at DCSS. Dude, I'd be depressed too if I was in Penny's situation. Are you fucking kidding me? Her home life is terrible. You gotta be Captain Save-A-Ho. You gotta rescue her. Hey Ninja Joe, what's up, man? I mean, she's living in a trailer with her alcoholic mom, who I think might possibly be slapping her around if I remember one of the events correctly. So, not a good situation to be in. Wow, what a smooth orb run. We didn't see a single pan lord, bro. I've been cucked out of an exciting pan run. Oh, also Penny is a school teacher. She's good with kids, so, you know, it's a quality. We can agree that Abigail and Emily are the worst options. Okay, there is a good reason to go for Emily, though, which is that you can cuck the blacksmith, okay? So that there is a legitimate purpose. Even though you would never want to date that girl. The blacksmith isn't a dick, he's just supremely... How shall I put this in a way that won't get me banned? He's not a very strong man, shall we say. He has no, he doesn't have the courage of his convictions. He has the soy smith. Pretty much, yeah. Well, he's got this crush on this girl and he doesn't go for it, you know? He doesn't make a move. What is the number that we're at for the world record? Make some fun little notes here. This is 57. GG. You have escaped with full curse. Pretty cool that we had Ring of the Mage and the Brooch of Shielding. I enjoy having lots of unrans when possible. Also, +10 Storm Dragon Scales is just kind of aesthetic, you know? Full enchant always feels nice. No need for an artifact when you got that, you know? How to play Stardew, assert your dominance to cuck the blacksmith. Yeah, that's right, Rogue Shenanigans. You just wait. It'll be like 5 in the morning Eastern Time. And I'll just blearily open my eyes and say, you know what, it's time to start a new run. An Octopode was requested for the next run. I can't promise that's actually what I'm going to do, but if I do, it'll probably be an Octopode Artificer just to relatively guarantee the early game, which otherwise would be kind of miserable. Octopodes have an okay early game, actually, for melee purposes, with the tentacles doing extra damage, but they're just very fragile. What are the Memelex choices? Let's see if this has been updated, otherwise I'd have to go to their website. Palantonga Wanderer was actually a Nemelex choice, but apparently one of my teammates got to it before I finished it. What? Oh, I have to scroll up. I was like, what the hell is a Muna? Vampire Venom Mage. Ugh. Yeah, Deep Elf Artificer is one of those games that's like, it's a guaranteed victory if you play perfectly. If you play perfectly, Deep Elf Artificer is a guaranteed game, but good God, man. What a miserable game it might be if you don't find books. But yeah, the Artificer wands ensure that you'll be able to survive almost anything the early game throws at you. Vampire, I'll take Vehu. Well, you could, actually. You get that starter spell. That might be one of the better gods to take, to be honest. I'd take Kiku over Vehu, though, if it was a choice. Kiku is just like a straight-up path to victory. And you get your first book pretty quickly. Yeah, Tengu Abyssal Knight would be unsafe. Too dangerous. Don't go Sif Muna if you're going to play Deep Elf Artificer, because you just don't get the book fast enough. But Vehumet would be okay. If he gives you shock or something, that'd be ideal, really. You can cruise with shock, you know, for tremendous portion of the game with double zaps. But yeah, Vampire Venom Mage would probably be okay. Except you don't get early game. You don't really get the prerogative of spamming bat form like you once did with vampires. So kind of hard to say. A bad shaft would probably kill a Vampire Venom Mage, but he'd have a pretty strong D1 otherwise. Sting is not bad for D1 purposes. Anyway, yeah, that'll be the end of the stream. I do appreciate you guys coming by, and I certainly appreciate all of the subscriptions, because money is good. This is not the GIF that I meant to bring up. Please ignore the bald man. There he is. There's the Spurto Sparde.
Fuck you!
Thank you, Strider, for activating that. Wonderful.
Fuck you!
Beautiful. But yeah, that'll be it. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, I am signing out. Did you know that there are many ways that you can help support this channel? Read about them on rosecrypto.com/support. At Rose Crypto, you can learn all about cool things like the Brave web browser, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.